From rabbit's feet to broken mirrors, join us as we try our luck with these supernatural stories from around the world. Get ready to explore the fascinating and sometimes bizarre beliefs held by cultures far and wide. Irrational as they may be, we all have a superstition or two, whether it's a lucky pair of pants or an aversion to Friday the 13th. Superstitions are important to us because they give meaning to the often random nature of luck and put us in the driving seat of our destiny. They offer a sense of control in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. So let's dive into the surprising cultural histories behind some of the world's most common supernatural beliefs. You might just find that you recognize a few of these superstitions from your own upbringing. Let's start with the classic knocking on wood. This seemingly universal gesture of warding off bad luck has roots in multiple cultures. Some trace it back to ancient Indo-European traditions, where trees were believed to house protective spirits. The Celts, known for their reverence for nature, also believed that trees, particularly oak trees, were sacred and held powerful energy. Touching or knocking on wood was a way to call upon these spirits for protection against misfortune. In British folklore, the tradition evolved to involve knocking on wood 3 times while reciting a charm or prayer for good luck. This practice likely stems from the Christianization of pagan beliefs, where the 3 knocks could symbolize the Holy Trinity. Ever spilled salt and instinctively tossed a pinch over your left shoulder? This widespread superstition is thought to originate from the belief that salt repels evil. In many cultures, the left side of the body is associated with negativity and vulnerability. The act of throwing salt over the left shoulder is meant to blind the devil or any lurking evil spirits who might be waiting to capitalize on your misfortune. Interestingly, this superstition is even depicted in Leonardo da Vinci's iconic painting, The Last Supper. Notice how Judas, the betrayer, has just knocked over a salt cellar. Coincidence? Perhaps not. Walking under a ladder is considered unlucky in many parts of the world, and the reasons are multifaceted. One explanation ties back to Christianity and the Holy Trinity. A ladder leaning against a wall forms a triangle, a symbol often used to represent the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Walking through this triangle was seen as breaking the Holy Trinity and inviting bad luck. The ancient Egyptians also held ladders in high regard, believing that gods used them to descend to earth. Disturbing a ladder was considered disrespectful to these deities and could bring about their wrath. 7 years of bad luck. We've all heard it, but why is breaking a mirror such a bad omen? The answer lies in ancient beliefs about reflections. The ancient Greeks and Romans believed that mirrors held a piece of the soul. To break a mirror was to fracture a part of oneself, leading to spiritual and physical vulnerability. The 7-year time frame likely stems from the Roman belief that it took 7 years for the body to fully regenerate. Breaking a mirror disrupted this cycle, prolonging the period of misfortune. This childhood rhyme might seem nonsensical, but it reflects a deeper fear associated with cracks in the ground. In many cultures, cracks and crevices were viewed as portals to the underworld or the realm of the dead. Stepping on a crack was thought to disturb these boundaries and potentially anger the spirits residing below. The association with harm to a family member, particularly the mother, highlights the importance of familial bonds and the fear of disrupting them. While the origins of this specific rhyme are unclear, it likely served as a cautionary tale to keep children from wandering too close to potentially dangerous areas. Find a penny, pick it up, all day long you'll have good luck. This popular saying highlights our enduring fascination with lucky pennies. The belief in their fortune-bringing abilities can be traced back to ancient times. The Romans believed that metal objects, including coins, were gifts from the gods, particularly Vulcan, the god of the forge. Finding a penny was seen as a sign of divine favor and a promise of prosperity. In England, the tradition of lucky pennies gained traction during the reign of King Edward I. It was believed that carrying a penny with the king's image brought good fortune and protection. Lucky horseshoe. Horseshoes have long been considered lucky charms, and their association with good fortune can be traced back to both ancient Roman and Celtic cultures. The Romans, who nailed horseshoes to their horses' hooves with 7 nails, believed that the crescent shape of the horseshoe represented the moon goddess, Luna, a protector of women and bringer of good fortune. The Celts, known for their metalworking skills, believed that iron possessed magical properties capable of warding off evil spirits. The horseshoe, made of iron and shaped like the crescent moon, became a powerful symbol of protection and luck. Chapter 8, Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, a day feared by many, owes its unlucky reputation to a confluence of negative associations surrounding both Friday and the number 13. In Christian tradition, Friday is associated with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, making it a day of mourning and somber reflection. The number 13 has long been considered unlucky in European cultures, potentially stemming from the Last Supper, where Judas, the 13th guest, betrayed Jesus. Historical events such as the arrest of the Knights Templar on Friday, October 13, 1307, only served to solidify the day's ominous reputation. The fear of Friday the 13th is so ingrained in Western culture that it even has a name for skydicophobia. Black cats. Black cats, often associated with Halloween and witchcraft, haven't always been viewed with suspicion. In ancient Egypt, cats were revered and worshipped as sacred animals, particularly black cats, who were believed to be embodiments of the goddess Bastet. However, their reputation took a turn during the Middle Ages in Europe. Black cats became associated with witches and were believed to be their familiars, supernatural entities in disguise, or even witches themselves who could transform into cats. This fear and superstition intensified during the Salem witch trials in Puritan America, where black cats were seen as omens of evil and witchcraft, further cementing their negative image in Western culture. Crossing your fingers for good luck is a gesture that predates Christianity. Some historians believe that it originated in pre-Christian pagan societies, where the crossed fingers symbolized a point of power or a summoning of good spirits. In early Christianity, crossing one's fingers, particularly in the shape of a cross, was believed to invoke the power of the Christian God for protection and good fortune. This practice was especially prevalent during times of persecution. Over time, the gesture evolved to become more secular, but it retains its association with hoping for a positive outcome. Whether you're wishing for good luck on a test or hoping for a win for your favorite team, crossing your fingers remains a universal symbol of hope and anticipation. In Turkey, a country rich in folklore and superstition, chewing gum after dark is strongly discouraged. This is because of a peculiar belief that once the sun sets, chewing gum transforms into something far less appealing, the flesh of the dead. While the origins of this superstition are murky, it likely stems from a combination of cultural beliefs about the sanctity of nighttime and the taboo surrounding death. The darkness is often associated with the supernatural and the unknown, making it a time when traditional boundaries blur. Chewing gum, a substance that loses its form and becomes sticky, could be seen as embodying this unsettling transformation, making it something to be avoided after dark. Numbers hold significant meaning in many cultures, and in China, the number 4 is heavily associated with bad luck. This superstition stems from the fact that the word for 4 in Mandarin Chinese, S, sounds very similar to the word for death, Si. Because of this phonetic similarity, the number 4 is often avoided in Chinese culture, especially in situations where luck and good fortune are paramount, such as weddings, birthdays, and business dealings. Buildings often skip the 4th floor altogether, and gifts are rarely given in sets of 4. This aversion to the number 4 highlights the power of language and its influence on cultural beliefs and practices. In Verona, Italy, the setting of Shakespeare's tragic love story Romeo and Juliet, tourists and hopeless romantics from around the world flock to Juliet's house, a 14th century building said to have belonged to the Capulet family. Here they engage in a unique tradition, writing love letters to Juliet. These letters, filled with declarations of love, pleas for relationship advice, or simply hopes for a brighter romantic future, are left in the courtyard of Juliet's house, tucked into cracks in the walls or attached to a designated love wall. The tradition is believed to bring good luck in love, with some even writing to Juliet on behalf of friends and family members seeking their own happily ever after. The belief in the evil eye, a malevolent glare believed to cause misfortune or injury, is prevalent in many cultures, particularly in the Mediterranean region, the Middle East, and parts of Latin America. The evil eye is often associated with envy, jealousy, or even unintended admiration. To ward off the curse of the evil eye, people wear amulets, often featuring an eye design known as nazar amulets. These amulets are believed to deflect the negative energy of the evil eye, protecting the wearer from harm. Other methods of protection include specific hand gestures such as the mano cornuto, horned hand gesture, spitting or reciting prayers or incantations. The enduring belief in the evil eye highlights the importance of spiritual protection and the power of cultural beliefs in shaping our understanding of the world. In Japan, a country steeped in tradition and respect for ancestors, visiting cemeteries is a common practice, particularly during festivals like Obon, when families honor the spirits of their deceased loved ones. However, there's a specific superstition associated with cemeteries: tucking in your thumbs. When passing by a grave, it's customary to tuck your thumbs into your fists to protect your parents from death. This practice stems from the belief that the spirits of the dead reside in the thumbs, and exposing them to a cemetery could attract the attention of wandering spirits, potentially shortening the lifespan of one's parents. Flowers, with their vibrant colors and delicate beauty, are often seen as symbols of joy, love, and celebration. However, in Russia, giving yellow flowers carries a completely different connotation. Yellow flowers, particularly in romantic contexts, are strongly associated with infidelity, separation, or even death. This superstition likely stems from folklore and historical associations of yellow with betrayal, deceit, and illness. So, if you're ever in Russia and contemplating sending flowers, it's best to steer clear of yellow and opt for a safer choice, such as red, white, or pink, to avoid any unintended misinterpretations or bad omens. In some South American countries, particularly in Brazil, be careful not to sweep someone's feet with a broom. This seemingly innocuous action is believed to bring bad luck in love. Specifically, it's said to doom the person whose feet were swept to a life of solitude. The superstition likely stems from cultural beliefs about the importance of marriage and family. Sweeping someone's feet is seen as symbolically sweeping away their chances of finding a partner and starting a family. However, there's a way to reverse the curse. If you accidentally sweep someone's feet, you can counteract the bad luck by immediately retracing your steps 3 times. This act of symbolic undoing is believed to nullify the negative energy and restore balance. Ever experience an itchy palm? In many cultures, itchy palms are associated with money, but the interpretation varies depending on which hand is affected. In the Caribbean and some parts of South America, an itchy right palm is believed to indicate money coming your way, while an itchy left palm signifies money going out. The symbolic reasoning behind this belief is rooted in the association of the right hand with receiving and the left hand with giving. An itchy right palm suggests that you'll soon be receiving a financial windfall, while an itchy left palm warns of an upcoming expense or financial loss. So there you have it, 18 superstitions from around the world. From warding off evil spirits to attracting good luck, these beliefs offer a fascinating glimpse into the diverse ways humans make sense of the unknown and seek to influence their own destinies. Whether you subscribe to these superstitions or simply find them curious, there's no denying their enduring power and their ability to spark conversations and connect us to cultures both familiar and foreign. What about you? Do you have any superstitions you swear by? Share them in the comments below. We'd love to hear about the beliefs and practices that have shaped your own understanding of luck, fate, and the world around us.